Hi there. In this video, we're going to talk about academic probation at Pacific Lutheran University. This video is recorded by the Academic Advising Office and the Center for Student Success. So if you're on probation, you have likely received an email that looks something like this. And we know that this email can look very confusing for a student who just learned that they're in some trouble. So we're going to break this down for you and help you understand this email a little bit better. So this first part that the arrow is pointing at is going to just break down some of the percentages and numbers that we look at from the academic side. So your cumulative GPA is the GPA that we get when we average out all of your semesters at PLU combined. So for this example, the student has been at PLU for 3 years and they have a cumulative GPA of 1.84. So throughout their whole 3 years here, that's what their GPA is. The pace of completion is a little trickier to understand. So if you're still confused after this video, then just ask your academic advisor for help. But the pace of completion should be at least 67%, which means that you should have passed and earned credit for at least 67% of the courses that you have taken. Underneath that, we're looking at the credits completed in the semester. So for fall 2022, the semester in question on this email, the student completed 4 credits. The next section is going to review a few different things, and the one that we'll focus on is the line that says academic standing. I do want to touch on the two above it, so PLU and federal financial aid status and state financial aid status. These things can either be in good standing, which means you receive your aid, no problem, you get your money, or it can say warning, which means that if you mess up again, if you fail a class or withdraw from a class, etc., then it's going to potentially be denied next semester, which means you won't earn that money. But if it's already denied, that means that you are not going to receive that money unless you appeal it if you're eligible to. Questions about these things can be directed to the Center for Student Success or Student Financial Services. But the third line is the important one. So academic standing. For this particular example, the student is currently on academic probation. So academic probation is going to show up on your transcript, and a lot of students enter academic probation within their first few years here at PLU, if not throughout their 4 years. This is something that's normal and it happens to students. There's a lot of things in our life that are outside of our control, and sometimes our grades can take the hit, but we are here to help you move past that and to figure out where we're going next. So when you're on academic probation, it's really important that you work with your advisor to figure out your next steps, because if you are on probation and you earn a GPA below 2.0, or if you fail, incomplete, or withdraw from a class, you can be dismissed from the university. So we definitely don't want that to happen. So our goal here is to get you in good academic standing. That's our end goal. But for many students who are on probation, the next step is to move to warning. So when you're in warning, if you fail a class or if you earn a 2.0 GPA or less than a 2.0 GPA, you're not going to be kicked out of the university. You won't be dismissed, but you will move back to academic probation. So you get an extra semester to sort of figure things out. Now, if you're on probation, like we said, and you earn less than a 2.0 or you fail a class, then you do get dismissed. Another thing to consider when you're on probation is that you can't participate in athletics, and some co-curricular activities are also off limits. So we don't want anyone to be in this academic probation area for any longer than you have to be. Now, as a first-year student or as a transfer student, your first term at PLU, we give you a chance to move off of academic probation immediately. And so we're hoping that you take advantage of one of these opportunities. So the most straightforward way to get off of academic probation is to earn a 2.0 GPA in this semester, and then a 2.0 cumulative GPA over the next 2 semesters. But that doesn't impact you right away. So if you're wanting to get off of academic probation immediately, What you're going to do is sign up for the Plus 2.0 class that's hosted by the Center for Student Success. So, Plus 2.0 is a program where we focus on perseverance, learning, understanding, and success. So, we're going to talk about goal setting, getting organized, study skills, motivation and priorities, accountability, and reflection and moving forward. We know that everyone ends up in academic probation for different reasons. And so we don't want to only teach you about one specific way that people end up here. Sometimes it has to do with the goals that we didn't set or did set. Sometimes we don't have the study skills we need. Other times it's things in life that influence where we are academically. Things happen in life that are outside of our control. And so we are hoping that by looking through all of these different pieces and helping you reflect on last semester, that you will eventually be able to feel confident in your learning here, and you will earn your 2.0 GPA, you go on to succeed, and you won't have to worry about probation anymore. So if you sign up for the Plus 2.0, then you are automatically moved from academic probation to academic warning, which means if you fail a class, then you don't get kicked out, which is great. So if you complete this class in the 6 weeks that are allotted to you on time, then you stay on academic warning. But if you don't complete the class after signing up for it, then you do move back down to academic probation, which means that you can be dismissed from the university if you slip up and fail a class or earn less than a 2.0. So that's a brief overview of academic probation. If you have more questions, feel free to email your advisor, or you can reach out to the Center for Student Success by emailing us at success@plu.edu.